It is Focus 50 Plus time, and Dr. George Schofield is here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
What are we talking about today?
So today I want to talk about the fact that there's going to be a huge wealth transfer. We're already partway through it from the baby boomers to your generation, Kathy. Billions of dollars are going to be handed from my generation and people older than I am to yours. Are you prepared to handle it? Have we done what we need to do to educate you? Are we going to surprise you? What's going to happen?
Well, I think yes, stalled. I'm not prepared. Yes, not prepared. So how do you prepare for that?
So you have to be organized and thoughtful about it, if you will, and do it well in advance. It may be that there aren't billions of dollars. All I have is my grandmother's locket, but I have 3 granddaughters. What am I going to do?
Right.
I don't want to set them up after I'm gone to be fighting over this locket. Or I might have a bunch of money, in which case I actually need to be able to have them understand what my idea of managing it well is. And they also need to meet some sort of professional advisor, trusted advisor that they can work with if I'm gone.
Well, it all sounds so reasonable, but I'm assuming a lot of people don't do this. So why does it not happen?
Do people not do this? The first of it, which is, it means that we admit that we're coming to our end of our lives if we're possessing this. Hello? That's number one. Number two, it can be about conflict avoidance. I know my children, my grandchildren aren't going to be happy with all my decisions. So I'm just not going to tell them. Really bad idea.
Right, right.
And the third is, to tell you the truth, I just don't think in those terms, that my life's going to come to an end and I am responsible for some sort of intelligent handoff that doesn't mess up my children and my grandchildren because I haven't talked to them about it.
Oh, okay. So when it is done, what should it look like? What should you be doing?
So it should look like a conversation in which I say for the very first time, and this is sort of self-disclosure, a lot of people, especially men, don't want to admit what their wealth or lack of wealth is. It needs to be a conversation between you and me and your children, for instance. If you were my daughter and you had your grandchildren, this is kind of what my wealth looks like. This is how I've managed it. This is how I plan to distribute it. You can have preferences, but in the end, tough thing, I have to be the designated grown-up and I have to decide. So a lady came to me and said, I have this problem. I have 2 daughters. One of them, for 15 years, has been coming with her husband, getting to know us and our friends, and not in an invasive way, but understanding what our lives are like, so if something happened to us, they'd know how to help. My other daughter never comes. Now, I want them to have an equal amount. I don't want to punish them, but I'm only going to name the daughter who really knows what our life is like to be responsible for my estate. Do I surprise them with that? What do I do? So it's really important to do this all thoughtfully and well in advance. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
The thoughtful process, yes, so important. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, looking forward to next week.
You too. See you then.
Stick around, we're back right after this.
Okay.